Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, my number 5 is another listener recommendation, and it's another iOS game. It's called Chippy.
Oh yeah, I saw this, but yeah, it was a couple of quid, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's worth it.
Really?
It's one of the best games on iOS I've played in a very, very long time. It's really neat. It's you own and run a chip shop, and you just work through the day, giving people what they want food. It reminded me of the setup that you've got in front of you on Papers, Please.
Oh yeah.
You know the whole routine. You've got to do this, you've got to do that in a certain order. You've got to, because you have to open the freezer, take out what you need, fry it. If you take fish out, you have to batter it first, and then you have to put. You have a system and all this stuff you have to do in the right order. So all these customers come in, and you'll see their order on the top of the screen. 2 chips, 1, 2, fry it, and then some of them want salt, some of them want vinegar. And at first it's quite simple, and as it exponentially gets harder and harder. Fish is introduced, and then. Fly. One thing I kept doing, and I think most people will keep doing, which is why the system's in place, is if you're working really quickly, you end up frying the fish before battering it, and then you have to throw it away. And the more food you throw away, the more flies you have.
Okay.
And you can they're flying around, and you can accidentally wrap them in food, and then all of that hurts your multiplier. And then you get a fly buzzer that you have to hold down, and then the flies fly into it. And then if you get good word of mouth, people start making bigger orders, and then there's vinegar introduced, and then the shop's open for longer hours. It's hard to describe how brilliant it is, and it's in the same way that I like that side of Papers, Please, where you have a routine that you have to you have to know what you're doing. You have to keep the orders coming fast, needless to say. The customers get annoyed if they wait too long. If you serve the wrong customer first, they get annoyed far quicker. And if you get the wrong order, your multiplier goes down and stuff like that. It's a game that's so engaging that almost immediately I started talking to it. So when you start your day, you have to tap the sign on the door from closed to open.
Right.
And someone walks in and they're like, what, yeah, 2 chips, I've got your back, boy. And you're flinging them around. There's something so satisfying about the way you're flinging this food around. And when you pick up the salt and then you fling it back on the counter, it's like you're sort of performing magic tricks almost. It's just a really fun game, and it's got some shelf life to it as well. I don't know about going through it a second time, but it's paced so well that it's set to last.
Oh, so is it finite?
Yeah, I think so. You must be able to get to an end game, because you just keep exponentially unlocking all of this stuff. Okay. I did a bit a little while ago where you just get a newspaper clipping and it says that the mayor of the town that you're in has made deodorant illegal, so all of your customers fucking stink, so they bring a load of flies with them, so you're trying to swat all these flies, stick them in the buzzer whilst making this food quickly. It's absolutely brilliant, and I wouldn't say it's funny, but it's amusing in a kind of, it's a very English, just the stuff that's written on the newspaper, you wrap the chips in, and it's got a very, very weird, slightly askew worldview, but it works, it feels good. Everything about it, wrapping those chips up, flinging them over the counter, opening doing all that stuff, it's a really cool game. I absolutely loved it.
Did you put it on your phone or on the iPad?
I played it, I don't know if it's one of those ones that's got a separate iPad version or whether you can download it on both. I played it on the phone.
Oh, so it's fine on the phone, yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
It's almost certainly better on iPad, but I played it on the phone, and it's really, I loved it.